Well, I can just try to. What's up, Hipster Nation? Good Friday to everybody. Welcome in. I hope you guys are having a good Friday. Before we get started, we just want to say thank you for showing up. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button when you come in. Also, if you want to support the channel, we are fighting monetization. It's going across the screen right there. Or if you want a QR code, I can't put it on the screen for the Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. So now that's out of the way. Don't forget to always support your local, streamers, man. We love the support. We need it to keep the lights on. I love streaming. I love putting out content, but YouTube just has it out for me. I just talked to a guy in California. Gas is $6 out there, 3 something here. So it is not Trump's fault. It is actually, the governor's, but also he is not getting my notifications. I'm not being recommended to him as well. And that's why I said, if you're subscribed to me, you may need to turn your notifications off and turn them back on. And because I talked to YouTube the other day and they said, we don't shadow ban. And I said, really? Because I got demonetized on Christmas Day of this last year. A week later, you took my advanced features away, and my chat went from 200 to 1,000 people to 3. What do you mean you don't shadow ban? Yeah, we don't do that. I said, then a week later, I reapplied for my advanced features. I got my advanced features back, which if you don't know what that is, it means they allow you to put your links in and do stuff like that, active. They said, we don't shadow ban. I said, really? Then why am I not in the algorithm? Why are you not pushing, I get, you have to rebuild your stuff, your following. I said, no, I don't. I've had a following. I got over 24,000 subscribers. I've had many, many people in my chat for a long time. But all of a sudden, nobody can find me. People that's been following me for almost 6 years can't even find my channel, or they've been unsubscribed. Now you tell me you're not shadow banning me or you're not canceling me. Yeah, there's something wrong with that picture. And I am fighting like cats and dogs, guys, to get back in the algorithm. The shorts are not doing as good as they used to. I'm getting close from 500 to 1,000 views. Sometimes, a little more than that. But, I was breaking, 100K. And they said I was duplicating my shorts or, something like that because or reusing my shorts from my other platforms. And they demonetized me over that. I think they just wanted to silence me like they always have. And that's all right. I don't do this for a living. Like, this is fun for me. I love bringing you guys content. I enjoy doing this. So, yes, the money does help. The super chats do help. Don't get me wrong. That does go to reinvest and keep the lights on, keep the internet going, StreamYard, all that stuff. It does cost us a lot of money. So when we bring you shows and entertainment, guys, yes, we enjoy doing it, but we also, it's coming out of our pocket as well. So try to remember that if you do decide to support your favorite streamer or to support somebody, it is going to that. Also, we have some huge news. Russell Brand has come out on Megyn Kelly show. That's what it is today, the topic. Also, he did an interview with her. The truth comes out. He's going to, speak on some charges he's been charged with. They're trying to try him and all this over there in the UK. Now, remember, their laws are different from the United States, but also as a man, you kind of should know better. And Where's your favorite streamers, or where's your top tier streamers like Candace Owens? Word is she's fled the country. So is Nick Fuentes or one of the others. They've not streamed. We have a couple more that has stopped streaming due to this, investigation of these people that have been funding the KKK and all these other platforms and things. Word is that they have been funding, some of these right wing, social media influencers, and all of a sudden the top ones are just taking time off or flee, under investigation. Come on, guys, we're going to show you some of that stuff. It's just funny, all you people that follow these people completely off the cliff in a bus. I mean, can you not wake up and see the truth? I mean, they're being funded to do this, to push this ideology, to push all this shit. And then on the other hand, you got small channels like me that get shit on because we're not being paid. We're not pushing that kind of shit. We're speaking truth and showing facts and things, and we're getting hit. We're being canceled. We're being demonetized, and we can't grow our channels. Why? Because we're not those people. We're not those ones that are willing to sell our souls. I'm not saying anyone is sold their soul. I'm just saying that, allegedly there's some big time influencers or social media people that are on the run, basically. They know the gig's up. They know they've been caught, probably trying to save face. So, but we're going to get into this. Excuse me, Russell Brand. We're going to jump into this today. We're going to show you a little bit of this. His interview with Megyn Kelly. We're going to go to playback speed. We're going to go up a little bit just in case. Now you got to listen in, guys. This is some serious allegations.
Yes, I remember where you were in the culture then is I feel like you'd previously been on Fox and then you came on to having your own show. And I feel like it was you moving from being a news oriented person to let's have a daytime version of you with celebrities and the culture. But I feel like there's a lot of kind of excitement around you at that time. And so while I was preparing, sort of mentally and spiritually to come and meet you, I was thinking that both of us have moved through the culture in ways that are comparable, have been very close to its sort of what one might call its center. Because I was going to use the word heart, but heart.
Wait a minute. Just because she's famous and money and known through the culture, that gives people the way to look at things. You're trying to get her to agree that to justify what you did was because you're these kind of people?
Seem quite the right word for the culture, because heart is perhaps what it's most lacking. And it's exciting and interesting to speak with you, because I know that you will recognize themes and trends that I've experienced.
Yes, very much so. Watching your evolution has been very interesting to me, because I didn't know you other than as a celebrity back then. But when you came onto the set, you had so much energy, positive energy. You were so kind. And I was in the midst of a terrible year there because it didn't go well for me at NBC. I wasn't liked by virtually any celebrities, and yet I found myself immersed in them. And it was so rare to have somebody come on the set and be so nice to me and like so complimentary. And I remember being like, I love Russell Brand. And actually somebody asked me a couple of years after that, who was my favorite celebrity who I met, in my time at Fox and NBC. And I said, Russell Brand, because you were so warm. You were so nice. You acknowledged the thing about being polarizing. You said, you're actually quite lovely. And I remember we had a laugh over it. And now, as I've watched you go through your, past few years and become this scourge of a certain section, I feel for you, because they're doing it to you. Same stuff really? Done to me.
Hang on.
First, or one of into the image of him, and he was further catapulted into the headlines with his high-profile marriage to pop star Katy Perry. Everyone wanted to fearless. If you formed a brand new show on you, answer is once with you year
news or in
we last saw each other.
Yes,
Prince Agency. Great to see you.
Thank you. Thanks. Move through the culture.
Okay, so let's see if
everything else I would entirely agree with.
Own, and you've been self-reflective on. I want to talk to you about so much of it, because my next phase of you, I watched you during COVID and I loved all that, and I thought he's gotten very brave and very outspoken in a great way. Then came all the allegations.
And I commend him on being a Christian, turning his life around. And the only thing I think, and he admits this, the only thing that really turned him towards God and Jesus was his son was born with a heart condition. And as someone that was born with a heart condition, I was born, they call me a blue baby. I had a transposition of the great arteries and valves. Lived in Vanderbilt Hospital for many long time. You understand? 2 major open heart surgeries. before I was 6 months old. I get it. But he says that's what changed. I give him credit for, turning to God, changing his life. But this is no excuse for what he admits.
The alleged sexual assault, and
Yes.
rape, and so blah. And it first came in this UK quote documentary, and they use that term very loosely there and here. And I'll tell you up front, I was angry when I saw that because they did it in such a compelling way that, especially the stuff about the 16-year-old, that I was angry with you. I believed what they said, or at least believed
Okay. So,
that there was enough smoke, there might be fire, and said to the audience at the time, the conservative movement doesn't need somebody like that.
no,
Like, we
we
love what you're saying
don't.
about COVID, but if this is a guy who's sexually assaulting women and taking advantage of 16-year-olds,
Yeah, we don't support that. I don't. Now, you may, Megan, but I don't support any grown man that's 30 years old, 31, sleeping with children. And to me, that's children. And the reason I say this is because I got 3 daughters. My youngest is 17. A 30-year-old man pulls up in the driveway. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. You understand? And it's not going to work for him.
we need to move on without him. And felt
But you have to take and consider, and here's the thing that people are trying to justify. They have different laws than we do. Their age limit's different. I don't care. If you're a grown man, you got morals and principles, and you were raised like I was, you don't do that.
that anger for a couple of years around you, because I just thought it was so reckless and it was so wrong. And I knew that it might be false, but it seemed overwhelming.
No, it's not
the way that
false.
they presented the
Come
evidence.
on.
And then the more I looked at it, the more I started to recognize I might not know the full story, because since then I have seen what the British government has done, what my own government has done to certain figures that it doesn't like. And I have an enormous amount of open-mindedness to you are being railroaded and attacked by people for reasons having nothing to do with actual facts, but with your right-leaning stance on certain issues, your growing prominence as a figure in a bunch of discussions that they find very threatening. And honestly, I just reevaluated the whole thing and thought I need to be open-minded to having been wrong in my initial assessments, and I'm interested in a conversation about it all.
Thank you, Megan Kelly, for giving me the grace to address in particular your anger, which is entirely legitimate and recognizable. And the plain fact of it is that in Europe and in the United Kingdom where I'm from, the age of consent is 16. And I did sleep with a 16-year-old.
What? Do you hear that? He did. He admits it right here. He did sleep with a 16-year-old.
When I was 30. But
when he was 30. I don't care if whatever the age of consent is, man, I'm not cool with anybody like that. You have a obligation as a man in your brain. Now, excuses. I don't care if you're a celebrity, if you're rich, if you're drugged out. Yes, we know he was on drugs. Let me tell you something. I've got a past. I've done lots of drugs in my life years and years ago. Let me tell you something. I've never taken anything that makes me want to look at a child, or, to me, that's a child. A 16-year-old is a child. I have 3 daughters. My youngest is 17. I'd be damned if a grown man, I don't care what the age consent is in that country. That shit don't float with me. I do not agree with that. Now, you may say, oh, well, that's just the way they live. I don't care. As a man, no, I don't get down with people like that. And I used to support this guy. And then when he admitted this the other day, yeah, dude.
30, I was a very different person. I was a lot younger and I was an immature 30.
A lot younger? It doesn't matter. You're still 30 and she still was 16, bro. Oh, I was on drugs and I was a Hollywood superstar and rich. Does that give you the right in your mind that it's okay to sleep with that?
Year old. Consensual sex, actually.
Okay, consensual still. Where's the wood chipper, dude? Because I don't care if it was consensual. Bro, you still should not have done it.
Variety of people, when there is a strong power differential.
That tells me your mindset is on young ass girls. And I can't get down with that. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
As there is when you're a famous man that has the ability to attract women that I had at that time.
So it seems like he's trying to justify it by saying he was famous, rich.
Exploitative. I recognize that my sexual conduct in the past was selfish, and I did not apply enough consideration, barely any, I suppose, really, to how that sex was affecting other people. The only matter that I would contest, while acknowledging,
because you were having fun, right?
As a woman who, given what I know about you and the industry you've worked in, I'm sure that you have personal reasons for feeling aggrieved towards powerful men, because in spite of occasionally men coming to the forefront of the culture, whether it's the most hideous gargoyle villains as rendered and portrayed, or the more sort of innocuous and party boy style exploiters of women, a category that I suppose I must fall into, it's plainly something that exists within our industry, and one might say culture at large.
One that exists in their industry. So what he's saying is it does exist in the Hollywood fame, industry. That culture. He's saying that culture exists in the Hollywood. So, I mean, was all the Epstein, all those files right or wrong? Seriously, like, honestly, think about it. How many people have been outed for young? Because it exists. He just admitted it. It exists in that. Now, you got to think. I'm not talking about here in America, just here in America. Even in the UK, Canada, that's where they shoot a lot of movies. That's a lot of famous people live, and that's where they're from. There's a lot of movie stars in the UK over there. All those places. Man, they're just like over here. They've got their own Hollywood, like elite over there, as they do in California, like Hollywood. I'm sure they got, they're the famous people in that country. They're the movie stars, all that stuff. So what he's saying is, in my opinion, he's saying, yes, it exists. It's there. There's more than me that do it, is what he's saying. The bad boy, the fame, the money, we're just running around sleeping with whoever. That's disgusting.
Transgressing lines of being a person that was sleeping with people because I had availability to not only, by the way,
availability to who he wanted.
Powerful women as well, like powerful professional women that had gravitas and status and power. I was only really thinking of myself. And obviously I have to be careful of contempt of court, because that's a law in my country where I can't say anything publicly that might in any way influence a potential jury. But obviously, as soon as I've said I'm not guilty, what I'm in effect saying is I had consensual sex with lots of women, and you can argue that that's not appropriate. But the age
and it's not. So now he's trying to justify saying it was consensual. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Do you think you think he's going to win? You think he's going to lose? I mean, they're going to try him. I mean, as far as I know,
of consent is an important thing. Mm-hmm. The ability to consent is an important thing, like, are you drunk?
Exactly. Are you drunk? But are you a 16-year-old? To me, a 16-year-old, in my mind, in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, cannot consent to a 30-year-old man. I just don't believe it. I don't believe a 16-year-old can consent to that kind of behavior.
People can't consent. Mentally ill people can't consent. Children can't consent. But
yeah, she was a child. You can argue that's the consent age in the country. You said you were partying in your party days and your drug infected days and all that. How do we know she wasn't drunk? We know 16-year-olds go to these parties and they slip in because, they're young looking. They get in these parties. People think they're 18 or above. Some know that they're young, and then they get drunk, and then they, things happen. Do you believe he's trying to justify what he did here? Or do you believe he really believes it was all consent?
And is what's important. And what fame gave me and what my addiction fueled was opportunity for endless consent, which led me to be a hedonist and a fool and an exploiter of women.
At least he's admitting he's a fool.
That is wrong. And that is something that needs to be redeemed and addressed and atoned for. What I'm obviously not only querying, but violently or aggressively or assertively opposing is the idea that this is a judicial criminal matter where consent was overridden. Actually, what happened is consent was directed. That's what being famous and being, if I may say, forgive me, charismatic affords you, is the ability to direct consent. That doesn't mean it's right. It's actually not right. It's wrong. It's a sin.
It's wrong. It is a sin.
False idolatry. I provided a lot of material through my foolishness and my selfishness.
It is for your own foolishness and selfishness, bro. I would say I'm going to remove that from it. Man, I tell you what, that's just, I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Do you think he deserves to be charged? Do you think that he will be charged? He's being charged. Do you think he will be found guilty or not guilty? I mean, this is some wild. I can't support somebody that looks at younger. I don't care what the law is. And I think kind of now he kind of knows, after going through all this experience, I'm not trying to justify what he did. Trust me. I think it's disgusting. I have no use for someone like that. But has he really learned a lesson now that he's, trying to live a Christian life? He's been, living godly. I mean, Jesus forgives the worst of the worst. I've had to ask for forgiveness from some things, but nothing like that. Nothing like that. And of course, as people, we're all judgmental in one way or the other. We all we completely judge people because that's human nature, right? We see people, we think, oh man, this is disgusting. These people are doing bad. Of course, let's see if we can find what's her name here. Let me see if I can find this post that she reposted. Laura Loomer, guys, this is something right here. Well, we also know Clavler, the guy that OD'd, the young influencer, the 20-year-old that's an idiot. He says this morning, very sad news this morning, my YouTube channel, Live with Clavler Max, were terminated this morning with no warning. Ha! Welcome to my world. He says, right here, we'll show it. He says the channel of live streaming VODs, and free courses created by me to help empower young men. Really? You influence young men by empowering young men by you ODing on camera and all the arrests that you've been through and all that shit, bro? Men have to be the best version of themselves. Me and my team worked hard to ensure we all followed YouTube's TOS very strictly, blurring out all inappropriate language and sensitive topics. Could you please help in recovering my account? This is what he says to YouTube, and to people. Yeah. So, yeah, they're, I believe they're just tired of him, man. They're tired of the nonsense he keeps doing. He keeps ODing. Yeah, where's Sneeko? Why ain't Sneeko been, something very weird happened last night. Sneeko, a pro, blah, 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 pro, blah, blah, pro, blah, 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 blah. I can't even say that on here. During something, during live stream to talk about extreming. Yeah, because they know what's coming. Look here, let's go down. Let's see where this post is that she posted. Right here's another one. Something tells me people are about to be investigated. We got Candace Owens, multiple woke reach podcasters have paused the streams for unknown reasons. Got Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Nico, N. Carroll. He says, in light of David Wilcox, tragic death, I just want to check in. Then he says down here, Candace is saying, man, these two, they just keep going back and forth with each other. And also, this lawyer that was on Candace Owens' team, he has left. The Zionist Jewish lawyer who Candace Owens hired to represent her in the defamation case filed against her by Bridget Macron. Has just withdrew the lead. Yeah, he withdrew. Let's see. There's another post. I want to get down here too if I can find it. I had it earlier. she may have removed it. I'm not for sure. What did she do with that post? I don't know. Let's go. I've got it in my file. It doesn't matter. I saved it. I'm not a. This is not my first rodeo here. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to here. Yeah. Let me just freaking share it. I've got it in my gallery or in my file here. I'm not. Okay, let's see. Let me open it up. This is what she said. Panic in podcasting. Okay, multiple woke. Okay, podcasters have paused their streams for unknown reasons. Candace Owens randomly fled the country. Nick Freitas has randomly fled the country. And Carol claims he's scared and a victim. Sneeko has paused his streams. Something is up. It's not looking good for them. So, what do you guys think? You think something's up? You think where these people are being, now they've been busted, this left wing, these places that have been fund all this money, and now they've been caught, supporting these white, like KKK groups and these Aryan groups and these other supremacy groups. They have been outed. They have been known. Now they're supporting these, funding these racist groups to basically, go out and fund and do things, to make it look like Trump and the right wing is, all about, supremacy and race and all this shit. So now they're getting busted, and now they're saying, okay, and what Laura Loomer is basically saying is, what's going on with these, they're getting caught, they may be allegedly tied to being paid by these groups. Like some of these online streamers, these big time streamers are being paid, allegedly being paid to push their propaganda and their narrative against Trump, against the war, against the Jewish people, against all this stuff. So that's what I was thinking. What in the world? There's a lot of this is messy, man. This is what you call online social media ridiculousness. It's all ridiculous. Who cares? Stop giving these people, these big influencers, the power to influence people. I'm not saying cancel them, because I don't believe in that, because I've been canceled and I'm being shut right now. I've been shut down now. I'm not saying do that. Stop giving them an attention. Stop allowing these people to push the narratives that they're pushing. Yes, free speech is good, but you don't have to promote it. The more you give these people a platform to come on your platform and interview them is what I'm talking about. You invite someone on and allow them to speak on your platform or your news anchor, your news station or whatever. You are empowering these people to reach more people. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you want this shit to stop giving these people other people's platforms to speak on. Like, I believe in free speech. Say what you want, but do it on your own channel. And if you got followers, let them be the followers, blah, blah, blah. If they want to share your content, allow them. But when, say, Piers Morgan or somebody invites, some of these people on his show, that's giving them a door open to other people. That's giving them the ability to spread their message, And I don't believe in cancel culture. I don't believe in canceling anybody. I'm just saying, let them have their channel. If their people can follow them, whatever. But if you want to stop it, stop platforming these people on other platforms. Stop having them on your platform. Stop saying, oh, I get to interview Candace Owens, or I get to interview this such person or this person. It's going to help my channel. Well, what you don't really realize is it's actually hurting if you believe that. These wackadoodles are pushing this nonsense shit. I support Trump. Now, you don't have to support me if you don't like Trump, but I'm not a bootlicker. I'm a realist. I do look at the things from the outside as well. Trust me, I'm not an elite. I'm not I know that none of these people are out for the American people. There's no politician going to come save us. Trust me, there ain't. I know that. But Can you imagine if Kamala Harris was in there right now? Do you think that we would be better off? Because I believe we would all really be in the streets at each other. I truly believe we would all be fighting in the streets against each other, because the open border would still be the border would still be open. They would just, this country would be done. I really believe it. I believe we needed Trump at the time. We needed him. I'm not joking. I really believe it, because I'm telling you right now, dude, telling you. Yes, he said no new wars. Well, shit happens. But do you think she would have been able to stop Iran? Honestly, like, I'd rather have a leader and a president that actually knows how to do the job and is going to take care of the situation, instead of someone like Obama. Here, let's just give them, billions of dollars of taxpayer money. Let's just give them money and let them still make their, let's make a deal with them. And then they're still doing what they're doing. They're still building, missiles and shit. Come on, man. We're not going to do it the Obama way. Trump said, no, I'm not giving them money. I'm going to give them bombs. Trump said he had enough of that shit. That's the problem. That's why they're all bitching in Congress and everything. You know why? Because they've never actually seen a president do the job that he's supposed to do. That's what the president's supposed to do. The job that Trump's doing is what the president is meant to do. He is the leader of the free world. Even the Democrats say, if he's supposed to be the leader of the free world, yes, you make those decisions. You take out the threat. You don't pay them money of the taxpayers' money and then let them still build their shit and their facilities. You don't do that, Obama. Kamala would have done it. I promise you, we would have been in a world of hurt. And yesterday I'm wearing my Freedom hat. Go Freedom. Go to the Heartbeat brand if you want to check them out. I've got this Freedom hat, the white. I've got the white and black one. I've got another white and black one on its way. Yes, I love these Freedom hats. These are the Charlie Kirk Freedom hats, guys. Go to my channel. Go into the description area. Go to the links. It's the Heartbeat brand. Use the code in there. You get a discount code, 25% off. Guys, you get these for like $25 right now. They're booming for summertime. So go check out the Heartbeat brand. Anyways, like I said, I think that Russell Brand needs to really, does he sound like he's sorry for what he did? He says he is. I still can't rock with somebody that knowingly is 30 years old and sleeps with a 16-year-old. He admitted it. He said he did it, but it was consensual. Even though their laws allow that, the consent age is 16. As a man, as a dad of girls, I can't agree with it, man. I can't even place it in that shit doesn't even run through my head, because I'm not a sicko. I'm not somebody that looks at young women like that. Yes, my old lady is 4 years younger than me. I met her when she was in college, but she's 4 years younger. She wasn't underage. I was 24, 25. She was 20, 21. My first daughter's mother, I was 21. She was 20. That's the only two women I've ever been with that was younger than me. All the other women, even at 16, the girl was 23 in college. I took advantage of her. Trust me, she didn't take advantage of me. I've always dated older women until my kid's mother, because I was raised basically, I had a single mother. I'm the youngest of 5 boys, and I was always around my brothers and their friends and older people and older females. So I always went towards the older females. But as a man, especially a man with kids and daughters, there's no way that I could try to justify that for him. I'm not going to justify it for him. That's a wrong in my book. He should have known better. I don't care. He can say he was a celebrity. He was party hardened, whatever. I can't agree with it. I'm never going to agree with it. You don't sleep with children, minors. To me, I don't know. I guess in the UK, even the consent age is 16. Does that mean they're adults at 16 if they can consent? No, I don't think it is. I think it is sickening. And I think, of course, he's come out with this now, admitting it, because he knows the courts are getting closer to all this allegations and all this stuff. And I think he's trying to save face. I give him credit if he's a Christian, blah, 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 if he truly means it. Because, he's been to Turning Point. He spoke many times at these different rallies and places. The only person, in my opinion, that knows his heart is Jesus and the Lord. So I can't say where he really stands. He can say it all day long, but I don't know his heart. All we can do as people is, if somebody asks for forgiveness or even for the public forgiveness or whatever, and admits what they done wrong, or it was wrong what he done. Now he's admitting, yes, it was legal, but he still knows it was wrong. But you have to look at someone. Do they really change? Does he really? And I think he has. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to justify anything for him, but what I'm saying is, you have to look at someone's actions instead of words. When somebody does something and they say they changed their life, you can't listen to what they say. You have to listen to their actions. Are they repeating what they did? Are they or have they never? You know what I mean? Have they cleaned up their act? Are they walking the different path? You can usually see that in somebody if they've cleaned up their act, if they're truly sorry for what they did, or if they've done something in life. Just like me, I've been sober, 15 years, 16 years. You would know if I was on here, all messed up and shit. You would see it in my actions, not just my words, So, like I said, it's hard to support. I'm not going to support somebody that does that. He can ask for forgiveness. We'll see how if the courts go and what they do and all that situation with that, with the court hearings. But I don't know how the UK courts work. I really don't. I don't know what all they got him charged with. But I'm sure he will tell it, or it will come out when something happens, if something happens. So what do you guys want to do today, man? We're streaming. We got as long as we want to today. Basically, we're going to stream for a couple of hours. We're going to jump over here and we're going to try to catch some things that's going on over here. We're trying not to catch anything with music, of course. Yes, this is Will Cott. If you guys don't know who this is,
and if it wasn't him, it was the white people themselves.
Listen to this.
Oh, dear God, Westcott, America.
Westcott, yeah, this guy's pretty good to follow. I follow him on Instagram.
First of all, stop calling me Uncle Tom.
Yeah,
it's Uncle Wes. You don't know? What's wrong with you?
Listen,
show some damn respect.
Common sense.
Uncle Tom is the one who taught you niggas how to read.
Hey, you see his hat? Yeah, it's the same place, the Heartbeat brand, guys. Check out the hats.
Who else you think did it? He was the closest one to the white people. And if it wasn't him, it was the white people themselves. He's still mad and angry. They should have left you dumb. But anyways, does anybody notice anything different? I haven't seen Nick Fuentes stream in a minute. I wonder why.
Told you.
Maybe it's because we found out the Democrats are hating y'all.
Yep.
This is the grifters y'all listen to, trying to divide us. We got to know better than that. We got to stick together, baby. This is Republican City, conservative nation. Yeah, the Southern Law Poverty Center got caught funneling $3 million to fund racist activists and right-wing activists that were really Democrats in disguise all along. Laura Loomer been exposing Candace Owens hard. Yep. We found out that Candace Owens hired a Zionist Jewish lawyer. Candace Owens isn't streaming tonight. She just announced to her fans, oh, sorry, I didn't tell y'all. I'm going on a family trip.
Out of the country.
I ain't streaming tonight. I
Yep.
wonder why. Because that sounds like something I would say if my lawyer just dropped me from the case. I thought you hated the Jews. I thought you hated Zionists. What you need in the bail? Well, Laura Loomer exposed.
Yeah, I can't play the music. Excuse me. You guys know I don't shout out people, but this Westcott, yes, Westcott America, pretty good guy to go follow. Yeah, Laura Loomer, she's exposing all kinds of stuff.
So then
man.
she gets her job with Turning Point USA,
I mean-
and then one day Kanye West posts some tweet and says, "Oh, I love the way that Candace Owens thinks," and then Candace Owens immediately texts me like, "Oh my God, can you share this? This is so cool. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Wow, Kanye just tweeted me." And then she and Charlie Kirk ended up going out to California and having a private meeting with Kanye West, and you can see here, there's the tweet. 2018. I love the way that Candace Owens thinks, and then Candace Owens got invited to go and fly out to
Yeah, listen.
California with Charlie Kirk, and they had their secret meeting with Kanye West. Why do I bring this up? Because, 2018 comes around, and then, this is around the time, like fast forward to it, that Candace Owens, right, loves to talk about her love story with George Farmer. Well, towards the end of the year, I remember I texted Candace Owens and I was like, "Oh, I wanted to wish you a happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And how's Ryan?" And she said, "Oh, Ryan's great. We're living in Philadelphia." And they had moved in together. So Candace Owens was living in a condo in Philadelphia with Ryan, her boyfriend of 7 years or 8 years, and this cat. And then all of a sudden, randomly, one day I wake up and then I see news reports. "Oh, Candace Owens is engaged." And I remember saying, "Oh, congratulations to you and Ryan." And then all of a sudden I see this report about how she is engaged to this guy named George Farmer. And it was the weirdest thing ever, because 2 weeks prior I had asked her how she's doing. And she had told me that she was literally living in Philadelphia with Ryan, right? Ryan and her cat. And so the way this turned out is that Candace Owens apparently went to some Turning Point USA event in the UK with
Drop the bum, married a multi-billionaire or millionaire. Ain't that some shit?
Charlie Kirk, ended up meeting George Farmer, who was very much involved with Turning Point UK, and then they stayed in touch, and then they had all these
Laura
conversations.
Loomer is just exposing everything about her. Everything. Guys, y'all not catching on yet? Seriously. I mean, honestly, y'all don't understand yet. It's funny, ain't it? Where's the top influencers? Social media. Y'all don't get it, do you? Where they at, guys? Yeah, they're all freaking running, ain't they? They're all running. Where's everybody at? Where are they going? Why are they canceling their live streams? Why are they canceling their shows? Why are they fleeing the country?
And as George Farmer likes to describe it, and there's videos of this online, right? With George Farmer talking about it, how they met.
Can you imagine having a TV or a screen that big next to you? You got some money. You got some money when you got a setup like that. Look at her. You tell me she ain't bankrolling, or someone ain't bankrolling her? Rumble, yeah, .com. I mean, come on, guys. That looks like a big ass cell phone screen. It's a screen. My daughter showed me these. You can buy these, guys, and you can get them that looks like a big cell phone or a big pop machine or something like that, and it's a screen. And they're thousands of dollars. It's insane, but you can get them and set it next to you or wherever.
And there was nothing romantic. And again, it fits the exact 2 week time frame,
It's
because I
wild.
told you, I literally had messaged her, "Oh, happy holidays, Merry Christmas," right? I was talking to her about everything, and she was telling me
This is
how
something.
she
Look at
and
her. She's
she and Ryan were
exposing
doing so well
everything
together.
about it. Yep. She is exposing so much shit. I mean, look at this. Is this how we want our judges to act? This type of judge that keeps murders and on the streets? Look at that. Look, secretly being filmed. Look at this. Is this the people we want representing us, guys?
Your Honor.
See? Your Honor, what are you doing?
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just have the morning cases. Of course, about to start.
Okay,
I thought I had 10 minutes. Go ahead and
Uh-huh.
exit.
Do you believe this is staged or do you believe this is real? Look at this. This is embarrassing, man.
Yes, 1 second.
This is truly embarrassing.
You on there?
Come on, man. This
I'm
is
sorry. Sorry.
staged. I mean, is this what kind of event is this? Look at this. Is this what you guys prefer? Wakanda forever. Wakanda. What the hell? Here we go. Running scared, they said.
Talked on X.
Okay, jump that wall.
They ranted and screeched like little bitch.
You see all this, right? They're running scared, ain't they? Where they at? Why are they canceling everything?
They talked on X.
Okay, jump that wall.
They ranted and screeched like little bitches. They talked bigly. They fucked around. Now there's no way out.
Can't play it because of the music. I mean, this is disgusting, guys. This is completely disgusting. Let's see what she says.
Which are
They'll be
obviously
next.
not good, and that we've mostly just chosen to overlook. You know, he's not a moral
Joe-
man. He's
Oh,
obviously
yes.
not the greatest husband in the world. And he's extremely petty and thin-skinned, extremely petty and thin-skinned. And what we're seeing right now is he's turning on his most loyal supporters because they don't support this war, and getting in bed with people who fucking hate him and have hated him from the beginning and were the original Never Trumpers, as though that's what MAGA is. That's what his core support should look like. Meanwhile, there are many who are over here who have loved Trump for many, many years. We've had our skirmishes in the past. Tucker's had skirmishes with him. I have too, but who fought harder than a lot of others during the lawfare against him to make sure people knew that it was bullshit, stood up for him during the actual electoral contest to make sure people understood what was at stake and why he had to be the choice. Who he just, there's no loyalty in return ever from Trump, ever. If you have a principled disagreement with something he does, you're otherized. You're the enemy.
Really. Trump's just hardcore. That's all. He's blunt about who he is. We all know who he is, Megyn Kelly. We all know who he is. He told us who he was the first go around.
Right now.
Don't be scared.
That I read
Julian
as
Michaels
many
breaking.
of
We
your
are
comments as I
throwing
can. That's
down
not
the
what I'm having
gauntlet.
a meltdown about. I absolutely love it. I'm so grateful.
If you
I'm
believe in
sending
your
you
morals,
comments.
okay.
I'm disappointed in the fact that I cannot deliver a lot of you what you're asking me for. You want a more balanced perspective? I want to give you a more balanced perspective.
Then
They
be smarter.
don't show up. They don't show up. I asked Wajahat Ali, come on the show. Talk to me about Islam. Tell me where we're getting it wrong. Tell me why this is Islamophobia. Stopped answering me, didn't show up. I've asked all
Perhaps,
the vaxxers.
I tell you what, I'm not into Islam or none of that stuff. You're asking the wrong people. If Julian Michaels, I'm not the smartest, tool in the shed or the sharpest, as you would say it. But us smaller, streamers, we're out here too. If you'd invite us on your show, maybe our voice, the people that's on your side as well, us that's on the same side, we could get our voice out more. You understand? Invite me on your show. I'll come out. I'll come on and talk whatever you want to talk. But here's the thing. Just give me the topic. What you want to talk about. And we'll figure it out. But as long as you big time streamers and personality people, so-called, just leave the door shut for the smaller streamers. Yes, I'm small. I ain't got but 24,000 something subscribers. I'm being shadow banned right now. Ask me, talk to me about that. Let me tell you where all my other channels has went. Why I'm being censored. I'm not pushing propaganda or fake news. I show facts. I show what's being said and seen. You want people to come on. You want people to get the true facts and story out there. Invite some of us smaller streamers on. Oh no, you can't do that though, Kingans. By all means, it'll make you look bad if you have some nobody on your show. I'm just throwing it out there. You can invite me anytime. We'll talk. We'll discuss what's going on.
Dr. Neil Stone, come. Have
You're asking all the wrong people. I get why you're asking them. You want them to debate you on why their stuff is legit, why, Islam and all this stuff is legit and we got it wrong and blah, blah, blah. I'm not an expert in their religion and none of that. But they're not going to come on there because they know we show hardcore facts and we speak the truth about it, and they can't back it up because their own Bible says it. Their own teachings say what we have been disputed, what we talk about. That's why they won't come on there, because they know they can't back it up. They know that doesn't float over here in the Western world. We don't allow that. We don't allow the marrying your cousins, and maybe in West Virginia they do, but not really. But here we don't allow their court systems. Here we are banning their court systems. Here we are, we don't marry children. We don't see that as, the way of life.
conversation. Come, let's debate.
They don't want a
this.
conversation,
Regardless,
lady.
I disagree with you. Here's
I
the
just
platform.
told you why.
No, I don't want to do it. This is my favorite. This is the one that I just got today, which is why I'm so annoyed. We reached out to Planned Parenthood and said, would you be willing to have a conversation
No,
with somebody?
because
with
they know
pro-choice?
we present them with
Let's
facts.
Show the country that we can come together and have conversations.
You're reaching way too high for these people. You're expecting too much out of these people. They know they can't back it up. They know Planned Parenthood. That topic is very sensitive because of how many, deleting babies nowadays, how bad it is. They can't back up. They cannot back up not really any of their talking points, except the only ones they'll say is incest or life or death threatening. We get that. We have common sense. We understand when a woman needs to do that with a baby. If it's incest or if it's a life and death threatening, situation with the baby, we get it. But just to be some of these young mothers that go out here and delete them and delete them. Yeah, we're not about that.
Participating. How am I supposed to feature the other side of the argument?
You're not going to, lady.
And the left is.
They don't want you to because they know we present facts. That's why you're not. They don't have the argument. They can't stand on facts. Maybe in their mind they're right. Of course, they believe they're right. But we know what common sense and what really is. That's why they're not going to come on your show. That's why you got to quit expecting so much out of these people.
Will not show up.
They're not going to.
And that pisses me off even more is because you guys sit on your side of the line and you fire pot shots at people.
Exactly.
But then when you're invited to show up, you don't show up.
Exactly. Because that's what they do.
Okay. Hey, Leslie Jones. You're
Exactly
gonna call me a racist.
Exactly what the left does. Yeah, Leslie Jones says you're a racist. Really? Like she's saying, come and prove it to me. Prove me. Prove it. Prove it to me that
show up. Call me a racist to my face.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you have to say.
They're not going to. They have to say it at a distance, lady. You should know that by now.
Response. Abby Phillip, you sit there
And
and
this
you
is
lie
the
your
se-
ass
this
off
is
about
the-
me and the
this
things that I said.
yeah.
Come, show up. Let's talk it through.
This is the situation here that I posted on my short. This young teenager gets mad at this 14-year-old girl for not giving the phone number in New York. And
he's asking for the phone number
right now, right? Do it.
yes, this is what I posted on my short, guys. This is it right here. This young kid, I don't know if he's Muslim or whatever he is. He's asking this young 14-year-old girl for a phone number. She refuses. She says, get out of my way. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him. This is what he does. We do not
He's asking
promote
for the phone
violence or
number.
anything like that on this channel.
No, you stand right here.
I think he only got charged with second-degree assault. He said, no, you stand right here. This is what the country is coming to. This is New York. This is exactly what we're talking about when we say, when you allow these ideologies, these different ideologies to come in, this Islam, this, Islamic, Sharia teachings, all this stuff, Muslim teachings. This is what it results. This is their kids. Now imagine what their kids are going to act like if these kids are acting like this. Now watch. Now, I
Why
can't
did you try
show
to keep
you.
her there?
Watch.
She refused his phone
She
number.
refused his phone number.
Oh.
So he literally, well, we're going to have to skip through it. And then not only did he put her on the ground, he slammed her on the ground. He kicks her in the head. It's completely disgusting. And then he laughs about it and walks away.
Death penalty.
If that was in
Yeah.
a state where I'm carrying, which
Exactly.
can't happen in New York, and you say, I would bury him where he stands. Are
Exactly.
you saying yes? I would.
Exactly. Why not? I mean, it's just. See, here's some images. After he slammed her down, then he put his boot literally on her head. It's completely disgusting, man. It's completely out of whack. Yeah, exactly. If it wasn't a state, if it was where I live, he would have been gone in his tracks. He'd have been gone. This is what I posted earlier, guys. Yeah, we can't show here on, let's see what he's discussing.
Supposedly fought the Klan, funded the Klan. The charity that supposedly fought neo-Nazis funded neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
The Southern Poverty Law
They've been
Center
funded.
ran a methodical, calculated scheme to defraud their donor base.
Yeah, because the Southern Poverty Law Center, owned by Jewish people, run by black people, funding white supremacy. Is that not some shit? You make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense.
Of $3 million and lied to them.
It's
and
crazy.
used an illicit
Yeah.
banking structure system to create shell companies
Yep.
to hide their money and who it was being sent to.
Because we know who it was
specifically
being
for the
sent
reason to sow discord and hate into our society.
Mhm.
This is the ultimate definition of hypocrisy.
Yeah,
And
well,
if you
not
look
just
at the
that, they should be
indictments
charged
used by the
and
Department
they
of
pay
Justice
back
and
the funds
FBI,
that they were
You will
given.
see that these banking
These
institutions tie
people,
directly.
this is what pisses me off, dude. Straighten your eye out. This is what pisses me off. These nonprofit, these places, law centers and these nonprofit. Where's the money coming from? It better be from private people, because if you're taking taxpayer money and giving these, people funds of the taxpayer money, yeah, for them to fund people to go against us and make us look bad, the right side, the conservative side, make these people pay back the money, put them in jail. If that was me and I defrauded anybody, just like the woman, the Congresswoman, Sheila McCormick or whatever her name is, apparently, allegations, apparently she resigned, day before yesterday, a couple of days ago, because she, she's accused of, funneling $5 million or more dollars. She just gets to resign and go back to Florida and get another job or do something. I would be under the jail. If that was me and I defrauded somebody $5 million, I would be in prison. Do you understand? So she gets just like Tampon Tim, Minnesota Tim, Governor Walz, Tim Walz. So he gets to get up there and say, well, I'm not going to run for re-election. Oh, well, you're off the hook then. No charges, no nothing. He gets to go on and live his life. That's bullshit. That's the problem. Accountability. We are not holding these people accountable for their actions. When are we going to start holding these people accountable? They hold us accountable. The left hold the right accountable all the time. Look what they tried to do to Trump, even though he was found innocent on all that shit. But they do. Why are we not holding these people accountable? Resigning isn't a punishment. I mean, it is for them because they don't get to cipher money, the American people's money anymore. But the thing is, they should be in prison. They should completely go to prison.
The funding mechanisms in which the Southern Poverty Law Center used to fund at least 8 hate groups they supposedly wanted to take out, but they were paying the very villains of our society they supposedly wanted to protect us from.
Exactly.
That's the ultimate hypocrisy. And he doesn't
That
lie.
is hypocrisy. It's crazy. She's big mad, ain't she? Let's see what she's saying here.
Obama, we're calling on you and Michelle. You and Michelle, come and apologize to Chicago for doing this.
Ooh.
Come and apologize.
I love it when they call out their own people.
Moving all these people out. Displacing all these people. Having J.B. Pritzker.
They need to call out Obama. He didn't do shit for anybody. More or less his own people in Chicago. Oh, his own people ain't black though, are they? It's the Arabic and gay community, right?
Steal our property, Obama.
Yeah. And look at that shitty ass library.
On this ugly building.
Yeah.
Come and apologize.
The American people are going to have to pay for it because they can't. He gave all his so-called funds to have it built to the Democrat, Joe Biden's party and Kamala Harris's party and other parties for their campaigns and different things. So now I guess it's going to be left up to the taxpayers of Chicago or, to build it, to finish it. What does it look like? It don't look like a presidential library. Looks like a Muslim totem pole.
Just the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
To Chicago, period. Period. People stood behind you.
Stand up, lady.
Thinking that you
Speak
was
out.
be about something and you wasn't about nothing.
Exactly.
You want an apology.
He wasn't. He was about something, all right, but it wasn't for you guys. He wasn't about America or for the blacks. I can promise you that. I mean, to most of all the Democrats, basically, Obama was their messiah, and he still didn't do shit for them. More like the messiah for the LGBT, community and stuff. Not for the blacks. He didn't do nothing. And what's crazy is the black people really, really thought, hey, we got a chance here. He's gonna solve these problems. He's gonna take care of us. This is gonna be great for us. We got a black president, blah blah blah. Man, that fool didn't do shit for nobody.
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
We not leaving.
Yeah.
We here all summer until he come. We here all summer.
Well, good luck because he's gonna be in Martha's Vineyard, Hawaii. On his yacht. They're going to be swimming, having fun. They're going to be on vacation, doing book tours, doing all kinds of stuff, making millions of dollars while y'all stand out there in the hot ass sun, waiting on him to come down there and apologize. Yeah, I doubt that. He wouldn't even go to the black churches in the black communities in Chicago where he's from. The preachers even said, we invited him. He never showed up. He didn't do nothing for our community. He wouldn't even come. What makes y'all think you standing out there with a sign makes you think he's going to come and give you an apology? That fool is going to sit in Martha's Vineyard all summer or in Hawaii. These people are worth over $70 million. You think they care about any of us Americans? Honest, ask yourself that. Do you think any of these presidents care like Trump does? Trump does.
Till he comes.
Obama, we're calling on you and Michelle. You and Michelle, come and apologize to Chicago.
Yeah, they ain't going to apologize to Chicago. They ain't going to apologize to nothing, lady. They are ratchet.
Contract revealed. This agreement is between the White House, the National Park Service, and the Trust.
Trump secret ballroom contract revealed.
We weren't able to see it not long ago. But what is in this agreement allows donors to the $400 million Trump project to remain anonymous.
Well, good.
It also exempts the White House from key conflict of interest safeguards and limits scrutiny by
why does the American people need to know who is funding this privately? It's donors. It's not the American people.
I mean that, taxpayers aren't footing the bill for the
No, taxpayers are not.
Trump posts, I'm honored to be the first president to finally get this much needed project underway with zero cost to the American taxpayer. The White House ballroom is being privately funded by many generous patriots, great American companies, and yours truly. Well, this is Trump's ballroom. And anybody who wants to curry favor with the president to get a deal.
It's not his. Okay. See, why do they always go to that point? Why do they always say, if you want to curry favor with Trump, you can donate money? Isn't that any businessman, any leader of a business or anything, any kind of leader? They act like this is new shit. Here, we're going to donate $1 million. Do I get some influence? Do you get to speak about my name? These reporters, even Fox News, they all act like this is something new. They know damn well they're rich. They're worth $30 million, $40 million. All these anchors are worth millions of dollars. They got $1 million contracts. they know if they got the influence too, they just won't admit it. Trump bad, they're good. Rules for thee, not for me. That's the way they see shit. That's exactly the way they see it. Oh, private companies and rich people get to donate to Trump's ballroom. It ain't Trump's ballroom. I wouldn't say it's the American people's ballroom, because I would never even get to go in the White House, and I'm American people. That's supposed to be the American people's house. I will never get to take a tour of it. Why? Because I'm a convicted felon. I have a past. Even though I'm not a criminal, I don't do that stuff anymore. I need a pardon from Trump or my governor in Tennessee, because I don't believe that I should have been charged and been to prison for what I did. But the thing is, every president after Trump is going to get to use that ballroom and all that stuff. So it ain't like, oh, that's just Trump's ballroom and nobody can go. Even when Trump leaves the White House, they act like Trump's just going to go back and go in and have parties in it without being the president and all. These people are delusional. I know they don't listen to themselves. They never probably go back and replay themselves. A lot of us streamers, we won't watch our own content. But here's the thing. I always check to see what I can improve and what I need to improve and what areas I need to do things in different. And that's just my structure. That's what I do. And not only that, it's like these people, if they could hear themselves, oh, it's Trump's ballroom. Well, yeah. How about when Obama had a tent out there and it was a storm and it run a lot of people's stuff out there because they were under a tent and not actually, had a room to do it in. They didn't have enough room. Actually, it's going to be used more than just a ballroom and dancing. It's going to be used for dinners and meetings, all kinds of stuff. So
all of this full well, it is a project he's been obsessed with.
Well, they just hate it because
we're building a
it's
world-class
Trump.
ballroom. We're going to be adding a magnificent.
They just don't like it because it's Trump.
I believe it's going to be the most beautiful ballroom.
We're going to have the finest ballroom, I believe, anywhere in the world.
You're going to have the greatest ballroom anywhere.
They act like it's his personal room he's going to sleep in.
The stunning details of this contract are only seeing the light of day.
I know what he's doing. He's doing it because Trump is Trump. Trump loves putting his name on stuff. Trump loves, I can't usually show much of CNN. It don't matter what platform you're on or these people. They fucking want to copyright you for any kind of thing. She's robbing the store. Look here. Woman takes to social media. Really? Let's see what she's saying. Let's see. What the hell? Okay. Woman takes to social media, admits to shooting Maryland gas station employee and says she plans to rob again and burn something down. What is wrong with these people, man? What is wrong with people nowadays?
Hey, loves.
Listen at her.
So it is. I jumped off the porch.
Oh, my Lord. People need to be, somebody needs to arrest.
I know y'all looking for me. I would like to report a crime, officer. The Maryland police. You're looking for me. It's me. I'm the one that did the shooting at the gas station. The Most High God. I just want you to know you have no authority over on my earth. Put your badges down. I'm getting ready to rob something right now.
This is
because I need money for gas because I'm going to go burn something down. I want you.
Whoa. Is this mental or is this just criminal? Let me know in the comments. Do you believe this is mental or because everybody's going to say, oh, she's got mental problems. She got mental problems. Why does everyone claim they have mental problems? I'll tell you why. Lawyers. Every time a criminal, don't matter what color they are or who they are, what age they are, the lawyer gets up there and says, Your Honor, he's got depression. He's got PTSD. He's mentally retarded. He's got anxiety or this or that. So what the lawyers have done is convinced all these people in all these court systems that everybody that comes in there has got mental problems. No, they're just criminals. And this is why you see them back on the streets to unalive people and they get to commit more crimes and all this stuff Because why? The lawyers have convinced these criminals that to go along with and say that they're mentally handicapped. And now they get off, or they only get a short sentence so they can get right back out and do it again. This is not mental. Now, some people's going to say, yeah, you're wrong. That is, yes, she is mentally dumb, in my opinion, but she's a criminal. It seems like she wants to be a criminal. This isn't mentally stupid.
No, I don't buy things. I don't pay for anything. Everything
What's
I
up, people,
do,
Rick?
I walk in the store, I steal everything.
See, listen at her.
I shot that man because
she's admitting to this. So that tells me she's not mentally crazy. That she's just a criminal.
As a demon spirit, and he laughed in my face and thought it was funny.
And she shot
I bet he ain't laughing now.
And now she's took to social media,
I'm of sound
admitting
mind.
it, says she's fixing to go rob again and burn something
They
down
have
because
all
she
the
needs gas.
power and authority on this earth, and they have these pigs that uphold it and make you believe that they're so powerful. But if they're so powerful, then they should have no problem catching me, because I'm about to walk into a Starbucks. Hopefully, I don't even have to pull out my gun and tell the person to give me some money so that I can go burn something down tonight.
See? Listen to her.
Something, maybe the power company, maybe DHS, something.
Do you understand what she's saying? She wants to burn something down. She said DHS or the power company. What? This isn't crazy. This is criminal.
I have no authority on my earth.
You
I
have
am the
no
Most High
authority
God,
on my
the
earth,
creator
she
of
said.
this matrix, and you have no authority.
This lady is.
My husband Jesus
Okay.
is here. I am of sound mind and body.
See?
I've been working myself up to this point, and
That's going to go against you in court. You know that, right, lady? If you don't get unalive first, this is going against you in court. You just admitted you're a sound body and mind. You know what you're doing. That tells me, and it should tell everybody else and every judge and lawyer, you're just a criminal. You're pissed off at the system. You're a criminal.
to step into my power. You have no authority on my earth. Pigs, put the badge down. or
She's
go
a
to
criminal.
hell. I should be easy to catch. It's 2026.
You're fixing to be.
Catch me if you can.
Huh.
Guess what I just did?
See, now
I
she's
got
admitting,
$40.
she's meant to go
Thanks,
and get
Starbucks.
$40.
And I'm going to take this and I'm going to use it for something.
You better, because you're going to be in prison where you can't
armed
use
and
it.
dangerous.
Watch it.
What are you going to do? They're going to try to convince you that I'm just crazy
See?
or that I'm lying and I'm
Lawyers.
not God.
Lawyers going to try to convince you that she's crazy. Now, she's admitting right here. This is all self-admitting. She's admitting everything right here. So this should tell every judge, any jury, or any lawyer, she's not crazy. She knows what she's doing. She's admitting what she's going to do, premeditated, meaning she's telling you what she's going to do now in the future. So she's not, this is all premeditated.
But if I'm not God, then and I'm just crazy, you should have no problem apprehending your suspect.
Sounds like she wants to go out by law.
I don't have my mug shot yet, but
See?
I meant the camera shot of it, but I'm pretty sure they're going to put it in a news article.
Oh, that's what she wants, fame.
I am God of this earth. This is my planet, and you have no authority
Listen.
at all. Good day. So I had no idea when they told me that I could do whatever I want to do, and I didn't understand that, and they've been told me that, but just
Who told you that? A neighbor? What kind of neighbor are you living next to? A neighbor told you that?
they've been told me that, but just the other day, like y'all seen me when I last made videos, I was having a breakdown thinking I'm about to die. I was going through some type of change. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, it's time. Like,
It's called menopause, lady. It's a woman thing that you probably going through. It ain't what you're going through. Ain't saying, "Hey, you're changing to God. You're God. You go do whatever you want, commit crimes, rob and steal and kill." These people are delusional, and she's admitting to everything online, dude. This is where social media has taken a lot of people. They can't get the fame, they can't get the fortune, they don't have the popularity numbers, they don't have the views. She admitted she's been on social media. She's She obviously can't make it. She can't hack it as a social media person. So let's just go to, let's resort to committing crimes.
So I get up and I go, I pick the courage up. I walk into one store, I can't do it. So I'm like, because I'm about to rob somebody, because I'm about to go burn something tonight.
So she keeps saying she wants to burn something.
I can do whatever I want to do on this earth, and nobody has power.
She wants to burn something down, is what she said.
Not the police, not anyone. And I'm going to show you that I'm God because they have no power over me.
Oh, my goodness.
They can.
See, if she throws that in there and claims to be something like God, then they can say, well, Your Honor, she's crazy. She's got mental issues. Look, she's claiming to be God. This is where they get off. This is the crack. This is the crack that these people fall through, that we allow them to fall through. Everybody says there's a crack in the system. They slid through the crack in the system. This right here's the crack, guys. Listen. Because she just admitted she's premeditating what she's admitting to what she's going to go do. Premeditated. She went and did it, obviously. She said she's doing these crimes, but then she's claiming to be God. So what does that say? That's it. The lawyer's going to say, but look, she thinks she's God. So she's got to be crazy, right? So there's the crack that she gets to fall through, get a lighter sentence, Where did the system fail in? Well, she slid through the cracks. We didn't see it. Yeah, you did. She admitted it. But then you had a lawyer convince her that she's crazy, and then a woke judge to say, yeah, she's got issues. Let's let her back out on the street. That's how that works.
Put bulletins. The FBI could be looking for me when I'm done. When
they
I'm
are,
done
lady,
on my
me.
crime spree, they're gonna be looking for me for real.
Oh, they already are looking for you. You done shot
can't
somebody.
do nothing about it.
Total disgusting. Total disgusting. Totally disgusting. Man, how are you today, Evil Rick? I hope your day's going good. It's nice and warm out here today, 80 degrees almost. I'm fixing to go for a ride here in a bit. It is Friday. I think I've got about a 500-mile plan this weekend we're going to try to do. If the weather holds up, let me check it and see. 73 right now, or 75. See, we got 95% rain tomorrow. So rained all morning there. Yeah, we got 95% tomorrow. And that's why we were trying to decide which way where we're going to ride, because depending on the weather and which way it's coming and going, we may try to avoid and go the opposite way and make a route, find us a riding route. Now, it's going to be cooler tomorrow because it's going to rain. It's going to be 68, but Sunday is going to be 75 and sunny, 77 Monday. But if we have to change it to Sunday, may change it to Sunday. No rain. I don't know yet. Just depends on how we feel, about the weather forecast. But so far we got some things planned out. Hopefully everything goes good and we do 68 there. Okay. But if you haven't seen this and you see the thumbnail, you go back and rewatch it. Maybe YouTube won't strike me for any of this. Like I said, Russell Brand, buddy, lost all credit with me when you admitted that you did sleep with the 16-year-old, even though the consent age in the UK is 16 and you were 30. I don't agree with it. I can't support anybody that does do that kind of nonsense. As a grown man, you should have known better. You should have known it was wrong. Now you're admitting it was wrong morally, even though the consent age, even though you were a Hollywood, rich, famous guy, and you slept with a lot of women, but they were all consensual. Even though you say that still didn't give me the right to do it, blah, blah, blah. You've asked for forgiveness. I can't forgive you. It's not my place. I'm not God. That's something you deal with. But I will not support you because I have daughters, and I don't agree with any man that says it's okay to sleep with a 16-year-old, no matter what the law is in what country. I still I can't do it. I can't figure it out. I'm not going to try to figure it out because my brain doesn't work that way. So that's just the way it is. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try to figure it out because, like I said, I don't see things that way. I never will. I don't know, man. There's some things that I'm not that kind of person, man. I can't get down like that, bro. I cannot get down like that. Let's see. I'm trying to change my thing here, my emoji. There we go. Look there. What's up? Yeah, just snapshot a picture real quick and do it. Let's see. It worked pretty good. Yeah. I've got the OBS too. I finally downloaded the OBS, guys. Anyone out there that knows how to run OBS and StreamYard, I would like to be able to do it to where when I close my camera off, instead of just a round emoji, you can see the whole picture. You know, I've got to figure it out. I may just try to look it up on YouTube or something. Like I said, I'm not for sure yet. We will decide what's going on there when I can find somebody that can help me with the OBS system. So the DOJ they're saying right now, let's see. So Newsmax is coming in saying Anna Paloma Luna has said the DOJ has made it clear that members of Congress are above the law. Really? Let's see if she's right. Let's see here. Let's go down here. Let's go back to playback speed. Let's change it. Let's see here. We got 125. Let's see.
A story just came out before the show came on about one of the guys they sent in to grab Maduro out of Venezuela actually bet on that and made $400,000, and the DOJ has now arrested him. One of the guys that went into Venezuela to do that operation back in December.
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to talk about that is because here you have an example of the DOJ saying, you know, this is not fair. We're going to go and we're going to throw the book at this guy, right? Yeah. I'm not necessarily saying what he did is right. However, every single day in Congress, you have multiple members of Congress that are engaging in insider trading.
Exactly. Defunding people $5 million, $10 million inside trading, making millions of dollars.
An actual ban on this that we pressured leadership to bring to the floor, and we're going to get a vote on it. But Hakeem Jeffries, went and told the Democrats not to support this ban, and we were receiving own pressure from our own leadership on pushing this forward.
They don't. Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democrats, said, "Don't support this." You know what he's saying? Don't support this ban. I want to still do insider trading. And if you don't remember who Hakeem Jeffries is, isn't he the guy that called and begged Epstein for more money, even after he was arrested and charged years ago? Then just some years back, he called and begged him for money for his campaign and stuff. These people are disgusting, man.
A member who went on this raid, which, by the way, our military members don't get paid a lot. But the member that goes on this raid places a bet, and yet he's facing, I think, up to 50 or 60 years in prison. So there is no double standard of justice
because he made
in this country. If you have members of Congress getting away with it,
$400K off of that raid on Maduro.
I'm going to be asking for him to be pardoned. I'm going to ask that he have to, or they disgorge his profits, and that he basically go back to the military, because at the end of the day, again, we have proof of this happening every day. Nancy Pelosi makes 17,000% returns on her stock.
DOJ charges soldier accused of betting $400K on Maduro's removal. Betting? So he made a bet and he won the bet?
Investments.
Yeah,
she's not going to jail.
Totally
Democrats, Republicans, 600% not jail.
Did you see what he's saying?
When they show that list of the most corrupt, everybody is making a fortune.
Yeah, they are.
That's a multicolored list. It's red and it's blue.
It's both sides, and they both are doing it. Exactly. They both are doing it. Both sides are doing it. They're making millions of dollars, and they're getting away with it. So, it's ridiculous, man. It's completely ridiculous. And like I said earlier, we're going to jump back. Yeah, where's the top influencers at? They're on the run. 2 of them fled the country. They've stopped streaming. Why? Because Laura Loomer has outed them for being paid by shell companies and Democrat fund It's funny. Yeah, exactly. But don't you try to do it now. By all means, you guys don't get to make money. We get to keep our boot heel on your neck while we get to sit up here and trade and make millions of dollars and bet and charge and do what we do so we can live behind the gated communities. We can live with security 24/7. We can be millionaires, but by all means, the American people can't. Exactly, Rick. I'd be put under the jail if I was to do what some of these people done. I would be in prison. Oh, just like, what's her name? Sheila Womack, the Congress lady. I'm resigning. I resign. So that's the punishment. Allegations and they accuse her of $5 million, taking, $5 million or whatever, defunding $5 million. And she's rich, lives in Florida. Just like Tim Walz, like I said earlier. Just like Tim Walz. I'm not going to run. So that's the punishment? You get off scot-free, you get to keep the money? If that was me out here and I went and traded or did something and made $5 million or $10 million or did this, defrauding the public or whatever, taking taxpayer money, guess what? I'd be in prison for life. But these people get to say, "Oh, I'm going to, I'm going to resign. I'm going to go back live my beautiful life in Florida in the sun and go work at a law firm or do something, still make money, still get to keep my millions." Man, that's so full of shit. And they wonder why our country is messed up. They wonder why this country is broken, and they don't even see it because they can't. And just like they said, it's on both sides. Doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, if you're red or blue. There are so many up there. I'm not saying all of them, but there's a lot of them up there that are guilty for doing this shit. Insider trading, betting, defunding, all this stuff. It's a shame. It's a shame that we actually have to put up with this, and we live the best that we can out here, and we work hard and we try to do, a lot of stuff. A lot of people work their ass off just to have one vehicle in a whole family. That's not including, because I know people, I'm telling you, I'm fortunate enough to have multiple vehicles, but I know people that struggle just to have one vehicle between a man and a woman and kid, the husband and wife. They struggle just to have one car, a decent enough car to get them by and get them around and get them to work. And these people out here saying they're for the American people, and they're getting drove around in big Cadillac Escalades and all this shit privately, private security, living in gated communities, living in mansions, defunding and frauding the taxpayer, us people. And then they say, we know, we're fighting for you. We know your struggle. No, you don't. You don't know what. You can go to the gas station and not worry if gas went up 50 cents. You don't have to worry if groceries went up. Why? Because it doesn't affect your millions of dollars. You have enough money. It doesn't make a dent in your account. It doesn't bother their lifestyle. That's the thing. They don't see it because they don't want us to see it. It's horse shit. Yeah, I agree 100%, Rick. Exactly what the governments do. They take the hard-earned money we work for so they can live better. And then the only time they scream they love America or they're for America is when they're in front of a camera. And actually not even that, because when Trump asked for whoever supported America over illegals to stand up, none of the Democrats stood up. So they actually did it on camera. They actually sit there and basically said, yeah, we support illegals before we support the American people. That right there, when he did that night, I don't see how any Democrat out here would ever vote for any Democrat again. I don't get it. Like, they're so blinded by this shit, man. It is sickening. When the people sit there and show you that they do not support you, they're not for you, they're for illegal immigrants over you. How do you keep putting these people back in office? How do you vote for somebody that says outright, we are for illegals, not you? We're not for the American. That's what the Democrats did, and that's what they do. They do not care. Most of the money they waste, yeah, so they can say they needed more. Yeah, so they need more. Yeah, here, let's fund this project. Let's fund this. We got to send it over here to this country. We got to send it. Everybody bitches about how much money we send to that little country over there, but they don't sit and actually research and see how much money we send in aid and stuff to all these other countries and how much shit we actually give to other countries instead of just that one little country. They don't complain. They don't ever say anything about that, though, do they? They never say, hey, why are we funding, this country over here? Instead, they say, oh, that little hat country over there, can't say it online on YouTube because they want to strike you every time you mention their name. But that's the thing that pisses me off. People complain and say, we're funding this, the Jewish people, we're funding the Jewish people. Go look at how many other countries we fund. Look at how much money we give to other countries. It's a shame that our country has become the fucking Goodwill or the, food bank of the world. That's the way I see it. I see that our country has become the food bank of the world. We have to feed, shelter, take care of every other fucking country in this world except our own. That's what pisses me off. We are the food bank of the world, and not just with food, clothing, shelter, all that shit, jobs, everything. Why does America have to be the food bank of the world? Answer me that. That's the bullshit. So that's what pisses me off. Knowing that, it's never going to stop. That's the thing. People say, well, we got to change it. We got to vote these people in. It don't matter who you vote in. It never matters who you vote in. It's going to be the same. Whoever you vote, the next person you vote in, guess what? Just like someone else said, the first thing they do when they go to Washington, they fill their pockets. They're not worried about your pockets. It don't matter what side of the aisle they're on. They're worried more about their self than they are the people they supposedly represent. Honestly, they worry more about filling their pockets, getting theirs first before they even start. And they half time don't even want to help the American people. They're only there for themselves. Why do you think the local person that's governor or whatever runs for Congress or the House or the Speaker, the House as a, someone that's running for Congress or someone wants a Senate seat or a House seat representative, they're not wanting to go to Washington to actually go and talk about their constituent, their people, us. They don't want to go up there and really talk about us unless they're in front of a camera. They go up there and they fill their pockets first. And when they leave, if they leave, some stay for like 30 years, like, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and the Republican old dude, and Joe Biden in there for 30, 35 years. Why are they in there that long? Why are they worth $200 million? Answer, and it doesn't matter how much we ask, how many fucking taxpayer money wasted hearings they have on these people. They never hold them accountable. They never do anything. They never get charged. They get away with it. It's all a scam. Here, we got to charge the taxpayers $2 million to hold this, hearing. Really? You got to charge money to hold a hearing? Kind of sounds fishy without the worm, don't it? Like we're gonna go fishing without the worm, so we don't catch nothing. We're just gonna get, our government borrows money from China and Japan so they can give it to someone else. Yeah, if someone else needs a loan, why don't they borrow it themselves? Exactly. Why are we the hook for it? Yeah, why are we on the hook for it? Exactly. I guess because we're supposed to be the leaders of the free world. We're the biggest economy. Our money is more than, our money is more, what do they call it? Like I know other countries has got different money, but our money's supposed to be the best in the world. The American money. I don't know, man. I tell you, I get so sick of it though. Shout out to the to my friends in the background, the Ninja Turtles, the Heroes in a Half Shell podcast. Yep, we're the Heroes in a Half Shell. That's what I'm going to start going by. No. We're the Heroes in a Half Shell. I love the Ninja Turtles. If you don't know, I grew up. That was my favorite cartoon. That was my favorite thing. The movies are great. I love the original ones. Yeah, our money is more stolen from us than anywhere else. Yeah, I agree with that, Rick. I agree. It's a shame. And then I just had somebody that commented on a short, said, "Man, they're not even recommending me your channel." You know, he barely seen the short. I told him I was going live. You know, and he's like, "Yeah, they're not even recommending me." And I talked to YouTube the other day through my YouTube partner. He said, "We don't shadow ban channels," or they, I don't know if it was a he or she. He said, "We don't shadow ban channels." I said, "Yeah, you do." "No, we don't." I said, "Dude, you demonetized me. My viewers went in my chat from 200 to 1,000 to 3. You took my advanced features away. I got them back like 2 weeks later, but you've kept me out of the algorithm. That's shadow banning me. You won't let me. Oh, no, you got to build your channel and your audience back in." And I said, "So once you demonetize me, you just completely kill my audience? That ain't right." I know channels that's got demonetized and they still got 1,500 to 2,000 in their chat. And I'm like, you have to be shadow banning me. We don't do that. I said, "Yes, you do. You took me out of the algorithm. That's shadow banning me as well. When you do not push my content out like you did, when you demonetize me, you completely flatline my channel." "Well, we don't have nothing to do with it." I said, "Yeah, you do." I said, "Because just because I was demonetized doesn't mean you should have took yeah, I get taking my money away and my memberships and all that stuff, but to completely take my audience," I told him, I said, "I got people that's been following me for almost 6 years that's been unsubscribed to me. You guys have unsubscribed them. They can't find my channel. They're not getting notifications, none of that stuff." And that's why I'm trying to tell people, if you are subscribed to my channel, take your notifications and turn them on. If they're on, turn them off and turn them back on. It's just ridiculous. It's like fighting a never-winning battle with YouTube. And it was so funny when he said, "We don't shadow ban." And I'm like, "Really?" Because you took everything away from me. And like I said, I went from 200, 500 to 1,000 people in my chat to 3 to 4, if that, sometimes 1, sometimes none. "Well, you got a copyright strike." I said, "Yeah." And I said, "It says I took care of it." "Yeah, but you got to wait till that." So that's up May the 8th. The copyright strike, I did the class, all that, the schooling, whatever. It says it's going to, May the 8th, it's over with. They're going to take it out of there. And we're going to see if they put me back in the algorithm. And I doubt they will. And that's the thing I told him. I said, "So you're telling me because I have one copyright strike, that's it? That's what's keeping people from getting notifications on my channel? That's what's keeping my live stream chat from coming in, from people seeing my channel? That's what you're saying, because I've got a copyright strike." This is what he told me, Rick. He said, "You got a copyright strike?" I said, "Yeah, and it's up May the 8th. So it should go away." "Well, that's what's affecting your channel." That's why I'm like, "Really?" So one copyright strike is doing all this, is making all these people not see my channel and can't find my channel. And, I'm not in the algorithms. I said, we'll see come May the 8th if my audience just automatically starts coming back in to my live streams. I said, because I could turn on a live stream and my vertical would have 500 people in it within a matter of 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And then this side over here was having, 100 maybe more. My horizontal, before I got demonetized, I had from 2 to 1,000. I'm telling you, I know. I've got the views to prove it. It's a shame. It's really a shame. So, that they get away with this. And then he made the excuse, oh, it's because you have a copyright. I said, no, I've had copyrights before. It never stopped people from finding my channel. It's never stopped people from coming into my live streams and seeing my channel. But you know me, I'll build my audience back. I'll build it back. If they try to keep me down forever, if I could just get my 4,000 watch hours back, I can reapply for my monetization, and I've corrected everything they told me to correct. So far, I believe I've corrected everything they told me to delete and correct. I had to delete a lot of shorts, a lot of stuff. I had to correct certain, videos. I've had to edit certain things out. So I've done all that. So if I can get my 4,000 watch hours back, then I can file for my monetization, and I get that back, and we'll see if they give it back. If they give me my monetization back, I'll see if they put me back if I can get my audience back. If not, then after that, I will just create a new channel and then just say to hell with them, and we'll start building from a new channel. Because there's you can't create a new channel while you're going through this 3-month thing, blah, blah, blah. If you get seen on this. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on them. And now the 3 months is up. So it was up March the 25th. They said, oh, you can reapply for your monetization back after March the 25th. So as soon as the day after March the 25th got here, I went to reapply, and guess what? It says, oh, you can't reapply for your monetization until you get your 4,000 watch hours back. And I'm like, you sucking suckers. You people do this every time. There's always a catch. There's always something that they throw up a roadblock to where they don't have to give you monetization back. And what about my $1,400 that was supposedly to be paid out? I had $1,400 sitting there just waiting on me. And as soon as they demonetized me, bam, they froze my money, my memberships, all that stuff. So it's been proven in court. They shadow ban people. I know. And then they say, we don't do that. That's what he told me yesterday or day before yesterday when I talked. No, it was yesterday when I talked to him yesterday, because I had enough of it. I said, this is crazy, man. I got people that should be here in my chat. 500 people should be in this chat at least, like I had. And I said, now, I said, this is ridiculous. That's okay. I'll get back to it. I'll start it again. I promise you that. There's no doubt in my mind that I will get it again. Here's the thing. It's just going to take work and time. So that's the only thing that I say is, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I'll get it. You know me, I fight for what I want to do. I fight for what I like. Let's see. Let me see if I can find that thing I'm looking for. Here we go. Let's see more. Hey, Rick, tell me if this works right here. If you can click on this and subscribe to it. This is my other channel. Tell me if that's blue, if you can subscribe to that channel. That will be my new one. That will be my new channel. If they do not give me my monetization back, let me know if you can subscribe to it, please. That will be coming soon. There will be more content on that channel coming. If you can subscribe to it, turn the notifications on it, and when I post something, I'll see if it gives you the notifications. Yep, that works. Okay, did you subscribe? Because if you did, I appreciate it. I want to see when I upload a short or something if it gives you notifications. And remember, I got to get 50 people. Okay, I got to get 50 subscribers before I can do streams on it too. So that's the thing. Hopefully I can get the 50 subscribers so I can start going live as well. I've got that account hooked up to my StreamYard as well. I hooked that up yesterday. That way as a co-host. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you don't watch shorts or verticals, but I'm just saying, I want to, I just want to, if you get the notification, at least you can tell me You know what I mean? In one of these streams of mine or something that I got it. I'm going to post videos. I'm just waiting to get to the right moment to start posting more videos. So, like I said, that's going to be the new channel for now. Like I said, if I have to, I'll just, if they don't give me my when I get to my 4,000 watch hours back, if they don't give me my monetization back, I'm going to build that other channel. And what I'll do with this channel is I'll just make it like an open bar, basically. Anything goes, anything can be said except the TOS. But I'm not gonna like tread lightly on it anymore because I don't depend on it for money. But what I'm saying is it's going to be not a free for all, but it's going to be a channel that, if they don't give me my monetization back, it's going to be one of those channels where like I'm just going to, say what I want, do what I want, and to hell with them. So that's the way you subbed. Okay, thanks. Like I said, it just depends on how they decide to give me my watch. If I get my watch hours or when I get my watch hours back, it just depends on how they want to treat me, So, I don't know. I think that it will be okay. I just, it takes a few minutes to build. It's going to take a few minutes to build it up. I always liked that picture. That was a good one. Let's see. That's a good one there. I always liked that one. I got another one that I always liked that a lot of people liked, but I can't find it. I've got it, but I can't find it. Yeah. So if you see that in the chat, if you rewatch this, I'm talking to the audience. If you go and rewatch this live stream, if I don't have to put it, they still let me put stuff on members only or private, or I can still put stuff on members only. What I'm saying is, if they don't hit me on this live today, which I will leave it out for public, if they decide to hit me on it, then I'll have to put it on private or members only. Maybe we can, there's what I'm looking for. Let me see if I can get this picture. I love that picture, man. God, I love that picture. Do you want me to show you something cool, dude? Let's see if I can find that picture over here. My daughter, Rick, my 17-year-old, we spent thousands of dollars on lots of tattooing stuff, tattoo machines and all that stuff. She does tattoos and stuff. She wants to apprentice. She wants to be all kinds of things. But yeah, for anything is bad. Yeah, count. Look here. Let me see if I can. She got her first big tattoo the other day. I want to show it to you, buddy. It's awesome. I believe it is. For her, she loves it. It's pretty cool. Now, remind you. Let's see. Look at this. You see that? 17-year-old, which she's, she loves tattoo. We're not going to say no. We did have to sign for her to get it. In Kentucky, we had to go out of state. Now, my other two daughters, they've got tattoo. One's 20, one's be 24. They got tattoos themselves. They got 6 or 8 tattoos all over, we enjoy tattoos. All my daughters, they love tattoos. What do you think of that, dude? Isn't that wild? Is that not cool? Skulls in it. She loves skulls. My daughter loves skulls. This is the one that passed the motorcycle course. That's going to be riding motorcycles with me. She does tattoos herself. She didn't do this, of course. We had a tattoo artist do this. So I think it was, I thought it was pretty good it's pretty big for her first tattoo. It never bothered her. She enjoyed it. It was her, first major big tattoo. She like I said, she didn't cry, didn't whine. She sat there like a champ. I commend her for it, you know. So I thought she did good. She did, you know, she did excellent. Let me see if I can find this picture I'm looking for. Should be all the way down. Oh, where is that picture? There it is. Okay, let's see if it lets me. I wonder how many it's going to let me do, though. I'm going to try another one. Maybe yeah, it's going to let me do quite a few. Let's see. What was that other one I wanted to do? Let's see. Where's it at? There was one I just... Oh, yeah. I don't have... Let's see if that works. Yeah, that'll work. King Ray, right there. That's awesome. Yeah. What do you think about that? But that emoji looks awesome. Yep. That's the stunner number one spawner. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Let's delete that one. I don't care for that one. Let's delete that one. That's stupid. Shouldn't have that one in there. Let's see. I'm looking for something that I had a long time ago. I was hoping it was saved in my files. A picture that a lot of people stole from me. I created the picture in AI, and then the next thing I know, a guy was in my chat, seen it, and then I seen him in a different chat, and he had stole my picture. He'd stole my picture. I hate that when I create something and somebody takes it and steals it and then claims that, oh yeah, man, I made that. All right, that's my emoji. You know, like, really, asshole? That's a shame. You know, really, you're gonna claim that's yours? Huh? I can't stand that when people do that. They take your idea. See, someone said, oh, you did that to somebody too. No, I didn't. Mine is a totally different topic. It has nothing to do with those people. None of that shit. It has nothing to do with any of those. Not even close to the same name or any of that, or direction they go in or talk in. That's the whole thing. Like, whatever. Assholes. They're crazy. That's some. Yeah, let's see. Let's open that one up. And I need a blunt. We need a blunt. We need a blunt. We need a blunt. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Y'all think that's funny, don't you? Come on, man. Let me edit that out. That's something I need to. I was going to try to get it to where it went bigger, but that's so funny. Let's see here. This is the one I've always liked. I created this one myself. I love this one. Yeah. My emoji there with my 80s color neon headphones. Yeah. That's why I don't count on ScrewTube. Okay, they don't care as long as they can make money off. Yeah, well, they're still making money off me. They're still putting ads and shit in my stuff. I don't want a big channel. Then it's less likely to be 100. Yeah, I get it, man. I understand. I completely do. Did you see that? Did you see my daughter's tattoo? Her first one? Look at that. Is that not cool? She's 17. Pretty neat, huh? He did a good job on it, the artist. She does tattoos herself. We bought her all kinds of tattoo machines and stuff, and all that stuff. She practices all the time. She does all kinds of stuff though, man. You know, it was a pretty big one. It was only $300. It's not bad. Where we went, yeah. I was trying to run this out to 2 hours, so we're going to wait. Yeah, don't forget, if you want your Freedom hats, these Freedom hats, they got the flat bills, they got the black and white ones, they got the black and white. I got one on order that's white and black, and then black letters. It's coming. Make sure you go to my description to my channel, go in the more, hit more, and go into the links. And it's the Heartbeat brand. Type in Brandon25. You'll get you 25% off. I don't work with a lot of companies, but I like this hat. I love this hat company, the Heartbeat brand. They don't just have these hats. They have different, your states, like wherever you live, they may have your state hat. They got sporting, like they all come with like the Freedom hats come with these that say "We the People" and stuff. Yeah, they're awesome. And they just got different designs, different colors, all kinds of different things. Just go check them out. Even if you don't wear hats or if you wear hats and you can't afford one right now, just go check out the Heartbeat brand company. Go check them out and look at the different options. They got from fishing theme to surfing theme, outdoor theme, hunting theme, all kinds of themes. They got your state with the Heartbeat, EKG going through it. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool, brand. They're not really that big yet. I mean, they're big, but not huge. So go give them a look up and check them out. Like I said, if you do buy a hat, use the code Brandon25 and you will get your 25% discount. Yeah, I know you don't wear hats. You wear a do-rag, don't you? Or something when you ride. They were like having a hat on my head. Even in the military, I hated having to wear a hat. Yeah. But you like that do-rag, don't you? Huh? You like that do-rag, don't you? What are you doing, girl? I see you out there. Damn cats all over the place. It's what you do when you live on a bunch of land. You got cats in the barn, cats in the building. But one good thing is they keep the mouse away because we got woods too. They keep the mice, they keep the chipmunks out of the driveway. They eat all those. I mean, they take care of the moles in the yard, everything, man. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to run to Tractor Supply today. Got to go down there and get some stuff for the yard. Yep. I'm glad I was thinking about that. I've got to go take care of some things here in a bit. I ride with a helmet and wear a bandana. Yep. When I'm not riding, it keeps my hair out. Yeah. And that's true. That's what they're made for, ain't it? They're made to keep. When I wear a helmet, if it's warm out like this, I will wear just a little, not a do-rag, not a bandana, but just one of those little helmet, the hat things you can put on that's real tight to your head, and it kind of just makes my helmet a little tighter, so I can, the helmet's a little more comfortable. And of course, when I take my hat or my helmet off, I'll throw a hat on always. It's just the way it is. It's the way I do. So, anyways, we're coming up on that 2 hour mark, guys. If I had more people here, you would see I'd have people on the panel. We could have good discussions. We can, panel talk. I don't get into like a lot of panels. I don't get on a lot of panels. I don't have a bunch on my show anymore, but I'm not saying I wouldn't have people on if the right people come to my channel and can act right, because I do have rules. Then you're more than welcome to come on and we can discuss things. We can talk topics. I am big on topics. If we don't have a topic to talk about, I really don't get into just sitting here with my thumb up my ass, I'm not that kind of show. I'm a topic-based theme channel. I like to do topics. I like to bring my life to my channel. What's up, Brown Chicken? How you doing today, buddy? Hey, I got a thing for you to do, man. I need you to do me a favor since you popped in. If you don't mind. I'm not an echo chamber. I'm never going to be an echo chamber. I'm not going to steal a thumbnail and just put my picture on it. I'm not going to repeat what someone else does. I'm just not that kind of person. You guys know that. You follow me long enough. Y'all know that I talk crazy sometimes. I love this stuff, what I do. I'm not just going to sit and show, the same bullshit out of something else. Brown Chicken, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click on that link and subscribe to that channel. We've got to, we got to build this backup. I'm on my backup channel now, but that's my backup channel. That's the channel that I will be, the link there. That's the channel I will be creating the new channel. It will be the new channel. It is called Right Lane Media. And of course, the name under it I will be going by as Classic Ray 1980. And we're going to bring back some classics. We're going to build that channel, guys. We're going to get to 50 subscribers. I'm going to start doing live streams over there as well. Now that I've attached that whole account to my StreamYard as well, we're going to start bringing other things to that channel. As soon as I can start doing live streams, I got to have 50 subscribers. We're going to see if I can get in the algorithms with something new and build something good. So if you come in here and you're watching that, please click the link, guys, and subscribe to that new channel there in the chat. Click that link, subscribe to that channel. We're going to build it up. We're going to bring back the classic stuff. We're bringing back a lot of stuff. To hell with ScrewTube, like Rick said. They're not giving me my monetization back until I get to 4,000 watch hours. I'm having trouble getting the 4,000. I ain't even got to 1,000 yet. I'm at like 700, maybe close to 700. And the reason why is because they won't put me in the out. I had 200 to 500 to 1,000 people in my chat every time I went live. Now I can barely get 4 people in here. That's the issue. I talked to them yesterday, told them they needed to stop shadow banning me. They said, we don't do that. I said, bullshit. When you demonetized me, you completely crushed my channel. You took my advanced features. I got my advanced features back. Advanced features just allows you to put links in your chat, to put links in your description of your channel, stuff like that. They put my memberships on hold. I can put my live streams or my videos on memberships still, but they're like, okay, but we're not shadow banned. I said, yes, you are, because I can't get just 1 or 2 people in my live stream. When I was going live, I had tons of people in there. You're not putting me in the algorithm. Basically, they are shadow banned. Like Rick said, it's been proven in court that they do. So that's what pisses me off, is because I know they're doing it. People are not getting notifications. I had a guy this morning tell me he wasn't being notified. He didn't even see my stuff. I've posted probably 10 shorts in the last 2 to 3 days. He hasn't got a single notification, none of that. He didn't know I was even going live. Half the people's been unsubscribed, or they're being, they can't even find my channel. So don't tell me you're not, shadow banning me, because you are. You have completely took me out of the algorithm. You're not promoting my channel anymore. Okay, I get it. I'm demonetized, but you don't have to completely silence a person, but that's what they do. And that's what they enjoy doing. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to get a water. My daughter's home from college. I had to unlock the door. Well, she's got keys, but I don't want her banging on the door of me on this live stream. So, 5 people in here right now. Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that that's more people I've had in here since I've got demonetized at one time. I mean, it's a shame. Like I said, if you're new coming in, go hit that link, subscribe to the channel, my backup channel. This is my backup channel, but that's my backup channel. As soon as they completely squash this channel, but I'm going to be putting content on that other channel as well. I'm fixing to start putting more content on it. Like I said, as soon as I can get to 50 subscribers, I'm going to start doing live streams over there. I'm going to see if they promote me over there, if I've got a better chance of getting more people over there, getting people to watch. Yeah, my I had a ton of people, man. Unfortunately, I think you're going to have to start over with a different. I did. I started completely over. That's what the one you clicked on. That is not connected to this. That is not connected to this account. It's a complete new account. Yeah, Twitter was doing that to everybody until Elon. Yeah. Well, pay to promote this channel and see what. No, I'm not going to pay anything. I don't even know how you would pay to promote a channel. You know, I really don't. I've never paid anything to build a channel. I've never did any of that. I've always, you guys know, you've been here with me for the longest. You and Rick, you guys know, I've never done any. Like, I built it from the ground up. I wouldn't even know how to pay to promote a channel. Now, I know they are saying TikTokers they're letting TikTokers do that. They're letting through YouTube. I don't know. I know that some people on TikTok said you could pay and they promote your channel. I mean, that's a rigged system, ain't it? But see if I go through that system and pay to promote it, if they got me out of the algorithms and demonetized, wouldn't they just be taking my money and wouldn't even promote me, right? Because they don't like me over here. You know that. Rumble, I'm on Rumble, but I can't get more than 20 views, 20 subscribers. That place is so hard. They don't promote anybody. It's so tough over there to grow. It's ridiculous. If you ain't got a famous name or been there for years, you're shit out of luck. And I still know channels that's been there for 2-3 years and still can't get over 200 fucking followers or subscribers. I mean, it's crazy. Like, you would think that the more people that make money, the more you make. That's not the way it works, though, with these social media platforms. You guys know that, right? They don't want everybody's opinion out there. That's the whole thing. Even Rumble and Kick and all those other places. They don't care if you're conservative or right wing or left wing. They only want to promote certain people and certain people's agenda. If you're not on their agenda, if you're not promoting like they do, trust me, you're not going to build. You're not going anywhere. They don't want you. Just like YouTube. If you're not promoting what the big channels promote and these people that are huge, and you're not doing it their way, you don't grow. You don't get ahead of nothing. May snap me out of it if I pay. You're on Rumble. You think you got about 3 subs? I don't bother to post there anymore. It's tough. It is a tough platform. I'm over there, and I've only been there a few months. Like I said, I don't have no more than 20. I had another channel over there under Ray's Motor Life, and it had, I don't know, I can't remember how many subs I had. I had a lot of videos over there too, but it still wasn't growing. So I didn't delete it. I just signed out of it, and I created another channel like 3 months ago and thought, well, I'll start fresh and build and see what I can do. Man, I can't, like I said, it's tough. I'm on a Kick too. I'm on Kick. I got to stream on Kick. But the thing about Kick is you got to constantly be streaming over there because they delete your streams like within a week or so. That stream, they delete it. It's gone. So if you're not constantly streaming on Kick, because you can't download videos over there or shorts or none of that. It's just streaming. It's for streaming only. So every time I stream to Kick, like that stream will only stay there for so long, and then they delete it and it's gone. So may automatically take you off the bad list to the he paid us once lists and take you out of that mode. Everything AI. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a crazy place. I'm on TikTok. I still can't grow over there either, dude. They canceled one channel of mine. So I started another one. You know me. It's under Classic Ray. Let's see what it's called. Let's see what I've got over there. I've got 14 followers. Now I'm getting good views, or I have been. My last 2 videos ain't got 0 views. They've got 0 views. This is what I am on TikTok there. See? Let's see. See the picture of me? There it is. See it? Now the views, though, look at the views on the videos. I don't have many videos. Right there, look. There's, let's see. My first video wasn't even a video, it was a picture, got 6 views. My second video got 1,569 views. My third video got 1 view. My fourth video got 836 views. My fourth video got 836 views. My fifth one got 48 views. This is what's crazy about TikTok. You never know. My fifth video or sixth video got 495 views, and then 366 views, 800 something views on this one, 895 on this one, 700 something on this one, 400 something on this one, 577 on this one, 530 on this one. Then the one I got, it's got 251 views. And then the last 2 I posted for 4 days now, ain't got a single view. So this is why I don't like TikTok. You can't depend on it. You know what I mean? Like, I get good views and only got 14 followers, but the last 2 videos, I don't have a single fucking view. It's weird. It's just crazy how it works. It's a tough system. All these are tough. So yeah, if you're on TikTok, you can find me over there, Brown Chicken. I can't do lives over there yet. I think you got to have so many followers and all this shit and do all this stuff to do live streams. So it's weird, you know, just like here, it's all weirded out. Like they want to make you so many. Why not let people just go? Why even YouTube? Even when I first started, like, really, you got to have 50 subscribers to go live? That don't make no sense. You should, if you can download a video, you should be able to do a live stream because it turns into a video. I mean, it's there. You know, it's there forever unless you delete it or whatever. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. That. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to build that other channel. I want to try to build that other channel, you know, my other one, and see where we go from there. One thing I do have to do, I have to keep the minimum of alternated content. That's one thing I can't duplicate. I can't be duplicating my content, which I can't post here and then go post over there the same content, because then I'll get hit. And that's why they said they demonetized me, because I duplicated my content. And I'm like, what? That's my channel. You didn't give it back to me. You still got it monetized. How did I duplicate my content, bro? That's my channel. You know what I mean? I'm not striking myself. No, YouTube struck me for duplicating someone's content. Well, that someone was me, you asshole. It's my channel. And I asked him about that yesterday. Oh, we don't have nothing to do with that, he said. I said, you can't put that channel back onto my account that got hacked, my big channel that got hacked. You have it. And no one else controls it. No one's controlling it but YouTube. I said, you guys. I said, you can't add that to my account. No, we can't. We have nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with me. I said, so I'm just shallow. Look, that channel just sits monetized with 35 or 34. It's dropped some subscribers. 34 something thousand subscribers sitting there, and nobody controls it. That's weird. Yeah. That's crazy. My last video on YouTube has 57 views. Been on there for 7 days, really. 58 now, he says. So, like I said, I'm going to build this other one. I'm going to try to do content, original content, so they can't say that I'm duplicating or AI shit. Now, I know 2 or 3 people that's got hit and demonetized because they said they were using too much AI. And I'm like, you encouraged to do AI, but now you're saying hey, when I got demonetized, son, they demonetized big, like 200,000-300,000 subscriber channels that are AI that tells a storyline and just shows AI images and stuff. And they demonetized them and all this shit. Like, you are fucking with a lot of people's, livelihood when it comes to paying, people's paying and getting views. And they have crushed a lot of people back in December. When I got demonetized is when they were demonetizing all these channels. They demonetized a shit ton. Hey, Brown Chicken, did you see that picture of my daughter's first tattoo, my 17-year-old? She got the other day. Did you see me post that up here? Look at that, dude. Is that not wild? That's awesome, ain't it? Look how big it is. She loves skulls. She does tattoos herself, and she wanted this as her first big tattoo. So she's got one on her hand, on her left hand, on her finger that she did herself. But this is her first big tattoo. We took her and had her do it. We had to sign for her to do it. And now my other 2 daughters has got tattooed. They're 20 and 23. Years old, and they got tattoos. They got 6 or 8 tattoos each, so we're into we're into that stuff. Someone's like, yeah, she's still going to high school. Yeah, she graduates this December and going on. They're not saying high school hasn't called me or anything. They're not going to say nothing. We signed for permission for her to do it. There's other kids at high school with tattoos. People are like, ain't that going to make y'all look bad? And I'm like, make us look bad for what? Allowing her to do it? Well, she's not 18. No, but she doesn't have to be 18. We signed for her. That's what she wanted. This is what she's into. This is what she does. I'm not going to hold her back from her. I'm not going to hold her back from what she wants to do in life. That's why these kids get discouraged and shit, because the parents don't support them. I support my daughters. I will support her. If she wants to be the best tattoo artist in the world, I'll support. If she wants to be a mechanic like she's going for anyways, I'll support her. If she changes her mind and wants to, be a doctor, I will support her. That's what parents do. They support their children, their dreams. They don't turn their backs on them. I have no issues with tattoos because I have them myself. Yes, you may not be able to see them because I got them, everywhere up here in different places, prison tats, other tats, back tats. I just don't have them down here. She's like, Dad, you should get tattoos. I mean, I got one here, but if you know what that is, you know what it is. If you don't, then you don't need to know what it is, what it stands for. But I don't have them on my arms. And she's like, you need to get some arm tattoos. I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't want to spend thousands of dollars either getting, big ass arm pieces. I'm so old now. I'm 45. I've got 8 tattoos, I think, 8 of them. I don't really, it's no, to me, it's like, yeah, that would be cool to have them. Like, she's doing tattoos and stuff. So I told her when she gets to that point, she's more comfortable doing it on somebody, because she's done a couple on herself and then on a friend. But we buy her those skin pieces that tattoo artists learn on. It looks like skin. It feels like skin, all them little things. And she's really good at it. But I told her, I said, when you get comfortable enough, you want to put it, I'll let you tattoo me up. But, I'm not going to go spend thousands of dollars when you're sitting right here and you can do some stuff that I want. You know what I mean? Like, why would I pay money? So that's just the way I think, though. My thinking is, why pay when you can get it done for free? That's all. So, did you see my Ninja Turtles? Yeah, they're in their podcast, in a half shell podcast, Heroes in a Half Shell. Here, let's go over here, man. We created a couple of them. Let's see, where's that other one at? Yeah, this one's in the subway. I don't know why. See, AI is not perfect. I told them to put the Ninja Turtles in there. They wouldn't do it because they said ninjas. They don't promote anything. AI won't promote on StreamYard anything that's with ninjas or violence. So I had to put movie turtles from the movie. They put 3 Michelangelos and 1 Leonardo or Donatello, whichever one. Still didn't make his armbands. I wasn't real Pacific. I told him to put Splinter over the door. It says Turtle Power Hour live from the lair. So it's not perfect. I could have typed in more stuff and it would have been perfect, or it would have been the way I typed it in. So I don't know. I think it's all right. But they made them all like 3 of them Michelangelo. You know.
Fuck it. Let's give the people what they came for.
Let's fucking go.
Get your spectral sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
That's a classic. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love it, love it, love it. Yes, we have a fair use disclaimer, guys. We have this one disclaimer. We have warning disclaimers. We have all that. Here, me need a blunt. Don't forget to donate. You don't want Ray sitting out in the streets with a cardboard box, do you? Drop that cash in the cash apps, guys. Come on, support the channel. Make sure you support. Even if you go back and rewatch this, you can still support. It's going across the screen there, or go to my channel, go in the description and hit those links. Got to keep us streamers, you know, with the lights on. Also, like I said, make sure you support your favorite streamers. If you got $2, $5, it doesn't matter what it is. It all helps. Even if you don't support me that way, subscribing and liking the content is the biggest support. Watching the videos, watching the live streams, that is the biggest support I ask out of you. It's free. So I'm just saying, if you have a favorite channel, a favorite streamer, support them by subscribing, watching their videos, watching their streams or their shorts, whichever ones you decide to watch. Support them. If you can't support them financially, support them in the other ways of liking their content, giving them, you know, your subscribe, you know, always subscribe to your people you support. I do. I'm always subscribed to the people I support. It's only like 5 people, but still, I still subscribe to them. I still watch their stuff. I'm actually subscribed to more than that. I'm only subscribed to I'm not going to count the news stuff as subscribers because I only sift through those and read, you know, get my talking points and my news, and I know what's going on. I watch what I need to watch. I just don't sit and watch it all day 24/7 because that would soak your brain to mush and be a swamp. But what I do is I do watch it enough to know what's going on and to go back and check, you know, to find out which one's real and which one's telling, you know, stories. Also, the people that I'm subscribed to, I would say truthfully, there's only about, take away the news channels and the like C-SPAN and stuff like that. I'm not really subscribed to a lot, but I'm subscribed to about 10 different news outlets. I might be, at the most, I might be subscribed to 10 people that I watch. 10 other YouTubers. I might be subscribed to like 10 other YouTubers. I know there's a lot of people that's got like, damn, I'm subscribed to 1,000 people or 15. I'm like, nope, no way. I'm not trying to keep up with that many people. And it's no offense towards anybody. I can't watch that much content. Not by doing my own content and streaming and having a life and kids and living in the real world. Do you know how hard it is just to sit here 24/7 and go through to watch 20 people's channels, more or less 1,000 people that you're subscribed to, and certain channels that I am subscribed to? I think I'm subscribed to like maybe 10 people. Even though some of those, I'm just supporting them by subscribing them. Some of those I don't even get to watch because I'm so busy doing other things. So, all right, guys, we're going on 2 hours and a half. I want to thank you all for hanging out. All 500 of you. No, Rick and Brown Chicken, buddy. thank you for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with me like always. I appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing to the new channel. Guys, if you don't know what the new channel is, go check it out. Right Lane Media under Classic Ray 1980. We will be building that channel up. I will be on that channel some as well. I will be dropping content on that channel. We've got to hit this wide open. We got to build it up. We got to get to 50 subscribers so I can start live streaming over there. We're going to see if the algorithm actually puts me in there and wants to, you know, not kill me out. And Brown Chicken, buddy, and Evil, yeah, I created that on a complete different platform under a new email. It's not connected to this channel. So we're going to test the waters and see if I can build it. I just got to start putting content out on it. That's the main thing, dropping content and getting some subscribers. That's the main thing, is getting people to that channel. So if you guys can help me, and you know anybody that wants to subscribe to me, I know a lot of people don't like me these days because of my opinion and just the way it is. That's okay. My feelings are not hurt. I could care less. I thought Robert would be here. He told me he asked me a question. He was like, dude, they didn't even recommend me to him. You know, they didn't recommend any of my stuff to him. And I told him I was going live in a few minutes. I figured he would pop in and say hi. I would try to get him to subscribe to it. But okay, that's enough. You know, I'm just rambling on. You guys know I could talk for hours, but I've got some things to do. My kid came in from college. I'm going to talk to her for a minute and try to enjoy the rest of the day. Maybe go for a ride. Maybe I'll stream it. See if I could live stream on that other channel. I would live stream my ride over there. So I don't know. We're going to say goodbye. Don't forget to support your favorite, you know, streamers, guys. Watch this. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy your day. Rick, enjoy your day, buddy. I will see you guys later. Stay in your lane or crash the damn thing. Turtle Power out.